So, as you can see, we leveled our Fort Max up, and this is how our base obviously looks. Now we've leveled it, so very, very cool. I do like the change in colour. I prefer Scorponok to Triptychon, but prefer Scorponok to Fort Max. Very, very cool colours on Scorponok. But this is obviously how your base looks when you've upgraded it with Fort Max, where you change Titan over. So, like I said, we're going to have a look at Fort Max and compare the new 4-star that is out soon. So let's go into Titan Lab. So this is Fort Max. So you see there, health, got him at level 90. I did want to show the upgrade costs, just for those that haven't got, maybe, say Slingshot. Haven't got Metroplex yet. So, 400,000 to upgrade. Let's upgrade him to max. So again, 3 days almost at level 24, 25. And there we go. Cool. So looking at his stats, so 9620 power, 122,075 health, and 2,030 damage. So comparing that to Metroplex, the first thing you'll see is it is exactly the same health, exactly the same damage, exactly the same power. No difference whatsoever. So same sort of survivability. So then looking at his abilities. So Eye of the Storm, create a powerful storm that deals 9,094 electrical damage to your target, and then 3695 electrical damage to nearby targets over 6 seconds. 40 seconds cooldown. So you can see there, so generally does electric damage, and then does you know, just about 40% of that damage in an area over 6 seconds. So yeah. Then we've also got the 3-star ability, so it'll hit you for 6,090 electrical damage. And then we've got the 2-star ability, which is 2,436 damage. So comparing these, let's look at the 4-star ability. 9094 and 3695. 9094 and 3695. So exactly the same damage for the 4-star ability. Oops. 3-star ability. 6090. Fort Max 6090. 2436 for the 2-star ability. 2436. So both Titans do exactly the same damage on each ability. So the question you're going to ask yourself is, what's the point in getting Fort Max? What is the point? And this is where it gets quite technical now. This is why a bit of planning matters to go in place. So, if you see anti-stun cores on the base, this reduces this damage. So look at anti-stun cores in a minute. I'm sure I've got some on the base. Let's have a look at that. Yes, so Lightning Rod protects nearby buildings from EMP effect and blocks 40% of electrical damage. So if they have the EMP build bots on, blocks 40%, which means this damage gets blocked by 40%. So all of a sudden, this 9094 does about 6,000 damage. This doesn't get reduced. Those anti-stun build bots don't reduce this damage whatsoever. The next one, the 3-star, the 6090 electrical damage gets reduced by 40%, which will make it do around 4,000 damage, thereabouts, 3,500. This one does not get reduced, still does 6090. So straight away you should be thinking, well, I'm not going to get Fort Max, I'm not going to level him, there's no point, because with these anti-stun build bots that everyone is using, and most people do use these in an area, you know, he's not going to do good damage. He's not going to be good against the base. But he does have one big, huge advantage. And that is this ability. Your Titan spawns a decoy every 30 seconds. Now, there's two things advantage to this. One of them, I think Space 8 will fix. It can't stay as it is. If it does, it's honestly, if it's that bad, I'd probably just quit the game, honestly. So, at the minute, these decoys, they pop outposts. When they drop, they pop any outposts that are near to the Titan. And if that's the case, I mean, you might as well just say to everyone do a sack. Because sack's already massively overpowered, you can't defend against it, and now we're bringing a Titan that pops outposts as well. It's absolutely stupid the way it's going. And so I'm hoping they'll fix that. I really do. I can't see that being a thing. A Titan popping a decoy should not pop an outpost. But other than that, let's just presume that's going to be fixed. I hope it is. Let's presume it is. What it does is though, it drops that decoy for 30 seconds. Well, no, until it takes the damage basically. But that means that the other Titan is not hitting your Titan in that meantime. So it gives your attacking Titan even more advantage. So if you're finding in some battles your Titan is losing against other Titans that are similar, or it's very close, this guy will be better, I think, Titan v Titan. Whereas against the base, I think Metroplex will get the advantage. And this is where I'm hoping it comes into, like I said, into play, where you get a bit of a, bit of tactics in play, where you think, right, do I want to beat the other guy's Titan? And do I want to take some of the base out with his natural abilities, whatever? Or do I need my Titan to win? What do I need? Or do I need, do I need to take the base out? Do I take the base out, or do I need my Titan to win? If you want your Titan to win, then maybe Fort Max is the option. But it's going to do less damage against the base. If you want to do damage against the base, then yeah. It's a Comptron then. God. Metroplex is your Titan to choose. But he might lose because he's doing less damage against Fort Max. I don't mind that playoff. I don't mind it. But they always say that new content should be better than old content. So should that Titan just be the difference? But then are we going to see everyone just using that Titan? Maybe. Let's have a look at some of the other abilities. So, Inspire ability. When defeating a Titan, you overcharge the sparks of your allies, making them deal 36% of their damage in an area. Very similar to, when defeating a Titan, you provide plus 5% attack and movement speed for 30 seconds. So, quite similar, in a way. Every 30 seconds, your Titan disables one of your enemy's bots and defenses for 5 seconds. So that's interesting. If it's on attack, then stunning a bot for 5 seconds, seems pretty good. Every 30 seconds, your Titan makes your enemy's bot slower and defenses 30% slower for 10 seconds. So I think that Metroplex wins that one. That is an incredible perk. Next one. Every 12 seconds you create a tornado. Deals, again, electrical damage though. So it's all around electrical damage, which I'm not impressed with. Deals 1,421 electrical damage every second and shortly disables targets along the way. So EMP along the way and does 1,421 to every target. And this one deals 2,132 to a single target and then does 50% less each target. So more of a stun for Fort Max. Then we've got 20% reduction from beam damage for you and your allies. So, and this one is 20% reduction from fire. So there's still some discussions on what is beam damage, what isn't. So that's got to be, decided. And then every 12 seconds you find an EMP beam that deals 2,500 electrical damage to a single ground target and has a 30% chance to disable target for 5 seconds. I don't think 5 seconds is enough, but hey. And then we've got every 12 seconds you fire a photon beam, deals 3,500 damage. So, personally, I think Metroplex wins this really. In the difference of, because there's too much around stun. So it's stun, 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 stun. A lot of stun. Whereas in terms of Metroplex, quite a bit of fire. So fire, fire. And considering that we've just made fire more relevant in the game and made it so that it stacks with acid, then does more damage, actually increase the damage. But the big question there is, with all this increase in fire, with all this increase, well not increase in fire, but fire doing more damage than it did before, getting rid of the reduction. With this increase in this acid and fire combo. Everyone's running out going, yeah, I'm going to level Sunstreaker, I'm going to level Skids, and I'm going to level Slingshot, and that's a good thing. It is. It's good to have different options. But we did this with Bumblebee, we did this with Sea Spray, and then we saw anti-stun cores. And you might see where I'm going. We did this, everyone was using healers, and so then we brought out anti-healing cores. So with all this, you know, added, you know, fire and acid combo, do you not think we're going to see anti-acid and anti-fire build bots soon? I do. This is in testing, and the reason we knocked it back from testing was we said, listen, there's enough anti-fire as it is. You've got the Titan doing anti-fire already, which is 20% reduction flat rate in the Titan tech tree. You've got the anti-fire, which is part of the Titan perk, which we think might reduce the damage to times. Not too sure. It's worth testing. This is just too much. And so they've got rid of the tech tree fire resistance. I imagine the Titan perk, they're going to take away that it affects your defenses or bots. It would just be pure Titan, which I don't mind, that's fine. And I think they'll bring in some anti-fire build bots. But then the question is, are build bots getting that diluted now that they can't protect against anything? Because there's so many different combos in the game, so many ways to attack, and build bots are so easy to take out. Because I said this in playtest, that if you, whatever build bot you have, if you want to do anti-stun, you want to do anti-fire, you want to do anti-healing, if you take them build bots out with whatever bot you choose, that base is the same, whether it's got anti-healing, anti-fire, anti-stun, it doesn't matter. You take the build bot out, nothing has changed. So those 8 bots are relevant for every single base. It just, all it's doing is, it's just made it more costly. That's what these build bots have actually done right now. Just made it more costly. And made people chase different bots. Now, I don't mind that. I kind of get that they're trying to make people chase different bots, so that if you only run a stun team, it happened to me, you're going to struggle against anti-stun cores. And I kind of understand that. You know, if you rely on healers so much, and they've anti-build bots, and they run 5 of them, yeah, that could work well. But then you're going to get ransacked by everything else. So the question is, you know, do they raise build bot HP? Then there's so many bots that people use to take out build bots that no longer will. Maybe Skids won't take out build bots anymore. Maybe Slingshot won't. Maybe Smokescreen will take 3 hits rather than 2. Makes it even more difficult. Is that an option? Do we get more build bots and then find out a different way to level up our defenses other than build bots? Who knows? Do we have 2 different types of build bots? Do we have build bots which, you know, we use for the upgrading defenses, and build bots that we use for, you know, these cores? Again, a lot of questions. But yeah, I think anti-fire cores maybe come into the game, and I think we need some other solution for build bots, not to make it harder, but to make what we choose for the build bots more relevant to the game, just so that you can't take them out and attack the same regardless. So we'll have to wait and see.